Hey guys, PureGFX1 here, and this is my first ever video. This video is going to be a tutorial on how to make a cool intro, as you should have seen at the beginning of the video. Just before we get started, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what my channel is going to be about. Obviously, it's going to be about GFX, and I'm going to be using, I'm also going to be using, Adobe products, open source products. I'm mainly going to be using them, and open source products are like free programs pretty much. And I'm also going to be doing like some computer help, how you can make your computer run faster, stuff like that. Okay, so now let's just get started. Okay, on composition, new composition, and then just copy everything you see here. You can pick any composition name, but I normally just keep it as what it already is. For your preset, have it as custom. For your width, just have it as 1280. For your height, just have it as 720. Make sure they're both pixels. Then you'll want your lock aspect ratio to 16:9, and you'll want that ticked. Have your pixel aspect ratio as square pixels. Have your frame rate as 30, and then have your resolution as full. For your duration, this really depends on how much you're gonna want to have in your introduction. Now, this will actually probably be a bit long for me, but I'm just gonna have it as this because I can just edit it out later once I render it and everything. I can just edit it on any HD editing program that I want. So have your background color set as black. Well, actually, you can have this set as whatever you want, but I'm just gonna have it set as black, and then just hit OK. Okay, now click on Layer, New, and then Solid. Now, again, you can keep the name if you want, or change it to whatever you want. I don't lock my aspect ratio here. For my width, I have it as the same, and the height the same again, which is 1280, and height 720. Units is pixels, pixel aspect ratio, square pixels again. And then color, I'm just going to have mine as black again. Again, you don't have to, but I would recommend this because it looks pretty cool. Okay, so then that should be down there. And then just go from File, Import, File, and then just select your image. You'll probably want kind of like a grungy kind of texture for your background. So on your search engine, I would just type in grunge texture or grunge background or something like that. And then just get an image and then just import it as I have done here. And now it should come up, whatever you saved it as should come up to the side here. Now what you're going to want to do is just hold and then drag. And then once you get to around the center, it will snap into place. See, just like that. Okay, and then it should look something like that. Okay, now, on your rectangle tool up here, just click and hold, and then you should get all of these options here. Just highlight over the ellipse tool, and then let go. And then once you get to about, like, I'd say half a centimeter to a centimeter away from the edge on whatever size screen, it'll look cool. And just click and then drag until you get to roughly the same distance between each side in the circle, and then that looks pretty cool. Okay, now you should get all of these options down here. One says mask 1. You'll want to click on the little arrow there, and then the feather. Just hover your mouse over two zeros on either side of the feather. It should say pixels just there. And then click and hold, and then just drag out to the right. And then it should kind of look like the darkness is just blending in to your background. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty cool. So now, yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to add in my text layer. Just click wherever you want. I'm just going to click there. And then you can have your font as whatever you want. I'm just going to have mine as collation. And then you can have the size of your text as whatever you want. Yeah, I'm just going to type in my YouTube username. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm just going to drag it into the center. Oh yeah, by the way, I got this, really nice, font from qfonts.net, I think it's called. What I did was I just typed in QBrushes, because that's, I typed in QBrushes on Google, and then it just came up with a website, and, that website is for Photoshop brushes. Yeah, and then they have a lot of other websites which are like textures and font and stuff, so they have links to them on their like menu bar. So I just clicked on QText or QFonts, I think it is, and then I just went through all of their fonts and I found this. So yeah, just get that roughly to the center, well, as close to the center as you can, because it doesn't really matter what your font size is at the moment, but it will later. So yeah, that's about in the center. Okay, so now just click on this little arrow by your text layer, and then click on the little arrow by your transform layer. And then you should have this thing here that says scale. And then what you're going to want to do, just click on that little stopwatch kind of thing down there. And now, just hold down shift and just drag towards the right, and then just make it pretty big. I'm just gonna make it like that, I think. Wait, actually, one sec. I just want to check that that's as centered as possible. Okay. I'm just gonna drag that down a bit. Yeah. Okay, and then, yeah, again, just, do what you were doing before. And just drag this to the right quite a bit. I think that's about good. Actually, you can drag this out as fully as you want, as much as you want, sorry. Yeah, I think that's good. And, what you can also do to make the text, intro look pretty cool, is just down the opacity thing down here, just click on the stopwatch, and then just drag this, down so then the opacity is like 80%, I think. Looks pretty cool. And then, yeah, it'll just look pretty cool, but I just want to make this quite a basic tutorial, seeing as it's my first. But yeah, okay, so now that's just like that. You should have this diamond down here. And then what we're going to want to do is drag the time indicator to just over halfway. Or, sorry, just over half a second, as you can see on the timeline. And then scale it down to 100%, which is what you should have had when you got your text size. If not, then just drag it down to a kind of nice text size. So, whoa. So I think that looks pretty good.